Hello YouTube and newsletter subscribers, this is Terrell from Terrell3.com. Today is March 26, 2015, and this is my website. This is how you can support the research. This is how you can subscribe to Terrell's 2015 newsletter. Here's all kinds of free stuff. 6 videos on Project Black Star, 6 videos on the 9/11 Inside Job, 6 videos on Scripture. These are my 3 primary research investigations over the decades. Now I'm in my 5th year of Project Black Star. There's a book here on 9/11. There's a book here on the Scripture part. I haven't done that in a while, and I wanted to keep you guys informed on what's going on there at the website. Volume 13, that's what's I'm releasing right now. The seismic chart shows definite increase, the increase that I was looking for. So first of all, remember in week 9, I have that highlighted for you. And in this series, now I'm helping you to see, this is the longest abbreviated chart. You see this big missing section between April and July? There's another missing section here. So it's abbreviated, it's not the full chart, but I am gradually putting together 2 charts for the 2014 and 2015 orbit cycle to help you to see the patterns. This ended the lull period at the top of the charts. That's the L there. See, that's what the key, that's what everything means. And then we got the outside orbit position, the lowest number of our indicator quakes, 176. That was from last year. Then we had our jolt value here, 536, 1 week afterwards. Right now we're in week number 9. Last year we saw 3 6s, 34. We jumped from 20 to 34 on the 5 magnitude earthquakes. We remain just above 200 on the 2.54 magnitude, but look at this jolt value for week number 10. 336. Here it's going to go from 205 to 336. We got some of that jolt this week. The reason that there's a disparity, just a slight disparity, is because this recording starts on Sunday, right? So, but the Earth orbit cycle for this year didn't necessarily start on Sunday. It appears to be closer to the weekend last year, where we had the lowest value, the highest value right beside each other. And then now this year we had 180 and 343. The jolt value is not as high as last year, but we're seeing the same pattern. And week number 9, we're already seeing the jump. That's not a full jolt over 300. That's not the full, like this jolt value here is almost 350. This is not the full like last year. Right here, see, it went to 336, but this is going to be part of that 336 because the cutoff. See, so watch for the 2.54 magnitude quakes. This is going to be another pretty big value right here. But when we go back and look at the historical, see, after it jumps up, right, 336, it returns down and averages for 2 weeks there, 265, 264, 265. Watch for the same kind of thing. That's going to happen this year right here. We're going to finish this jolt next week, and then we're going to be probably right around 265, 270, just like last year. So I'm trying to do a comparison, see where the weeks are numbered here. Week number 9, week number 10, the transition. It's week number 13 here that we're coming up to. Week number 13, we had the big 8, 7 magnitude earthquake, and this is where we got the 6 magnitude earthquakes, and we had 6 for 3 weeks in a row. Well, besides this one right here, it went down to a 5. Right? So this is what we're looking to replay 2 to 3 weeks later than it did last year. Okay, so what the chart is saying down here, our current value, see how we jump from 17 to 29? This is for the 5 magnitude earthquakes. Go back up here to week number 9, and you see, here we are, 20 up to 34. Week 8 to week 9. The 5 magnitude earthquakes are following the precise same pattern as last year, not for the same week of the year, but for the same week of the Earth orbit cycle. Remember, again, this orbit cycle began 2 to 3 weeks later than last year. So we're seeing the upticks instead of a 3 here, so I was off by 1 here. I thought there'd be 3, there was 2, but we've already had a 6. So, see, that's how you're dividing up the weeks. So watch for, see what happened last year here. Let's see here. For week number 9, we had a 3, then we had the 6, the week 10, and then 4. So we're averaging 5 per week for the next 2 weeks. Watch for next week, we're going to have 5 or 6 magnitude earthquakes. Pretty easy to see what's going to happen down here because of what happened up here, and because we know what's causing this pattern is the black star. Right? So it's working. And I believe that it's going to continue to work. the new number of volcanic eruption, pardon me, still a little bit under the weather. Um, the number for this week for the new volcanic eruption events is 9, top end of the scale. Earth core is heating up, and expect to see more and more stories, more and more scientists that are concerned about Earth core. Even though the sun, they don't know if it's reaching a minimum or a maximum. They don't. If you ask scientists, you're going to get a spectrum of answers. The sun's either nearing minimum or nearing maximum, is on either end of the spectrum. Scientists really don't know, and that's one of the reasons that writing SETI right here. This is a very important article that I'm looking forward to you guys to read. I left their email addresses here. Dr. Morrison and Bush and Sabran and however the heck you say Zalucha. Write these people. Read the article. These are just 10 points out of about 50. These are the 10 best points, I think. And it's going to begin with the seismic pattern, the near side and backside alignments. I list them right here. I list some of them. And this is in response to Dr. Morrison's, I put right at the beginning, you see this right here, cosmophobia. Yeah, somebody's got a phobia, all right. But it's these guys. They might be able to find some extraterrestrial life out there if they weren't wasting so much time attacking people like me, trying to make sense out of the science that they don't have any time for. These people are not answering my emails. They're probably shipping this stuff over to the junk folder. This is very similar to the other so-called experts that I try to engage in debate in these things. No, they want to throw rocks at me. They want to go back to 2011, 2012, when I didn't really know what was going on yet, and they want to attack me. Now, why in the heck would they want to do something like that? Why does a SETI research scientist waste his time debunking people that are not even scientists? People that know me know that I got bored with high school. I got my GED and I left high school. Never spent a day in college. But they also know that I'm one of the smartest people they ever met, too. I'm not stupid. And I'm going to make a good case here. A very good case. Here's links to my books. Right here. Boom. You guys can have them for free. And he deliberately jumped around my scriptural work that I spent decades on. But he should have paid attention to it. Because this is what Scripture says right here. Now, as to the time and epochs, brethren, you have no need of anything to be written to you. For you yourselves know full well that the day of the Lord will come just like a thief in the night. And that's just like the black star. It's coming like a thief in the night. You don't know exactly when. I don't even know exactly when. I have conflicting models. While they are saying peace and safety, then destruction will come upon them suddenly like the birth pangs upon a woman with child, and they will not escape. But you, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day would overtake you like a thief, for you are sons of the light, the sons of the day. And you know what? That's me. And I know there's something coming. I can't exactly put my finger on it exactly, but that's the way this works. It's almost like a faith. Almost. Faith is jumping out on nothing and landing on something. Something that God put there for his sons of light, day. And if these people are sons of darkness, which they are, that's why they're attacking me, like they attacked Jesus Christ. These are the Pharisees, modern-day Pharisees of today. And here's their names, right here. I encourage you to write them. And there's a link. You see this Dropbox folder link? Put this link in your email. That is a link to the PDF of this that is in the Dropbox folder for all newsletter subscribers. Okay? Just go in. If you're a subscriber, go into the Dropbox folder and you'll find this link right here. That's what I do. Continue to add for the benefit of my valued newsletter subscribers. You guys that make the research possible. Really, really appreciate that. So let me show you where we are. Let's look at Earthquake 3D and what's going on. And we're definitely in an uptick. We just had a 5 kickoff over here north of Australia. But here's the thing that I've been telling you is going to happen, and it's now happening. See this side, you see the convergence in all the circles? You don't see any space in between. Hasn't been that way on the American side, has it? Not for the last 3 years of my investigation, but look, now it is. You're getting the same picture that you're getting on the other side because pressures are intensifying here. You have 2 quake swarm areas. See this quake swarm area? This one here is shrinking just a little bit. Those weekly totals are definitely lower, right? With this activity that's in between here, we just had that 5 magnitude earthquake right here. then that's allowing this dead area here, it's looking like it's starting to wake up. This could be because of the lava tube plugs that are breaking, because the pressure in these calderas, the Yellowstone magma chamber, the pressure is trying to go somewhere, and it's going to be serviced by offshore volcanoes, right? And whenever the plugs break that open up those paths, those channels, boom, you get a big earthquake event. Then you get the magma harmonics, the gurgling, because the magma is pushing in. It's not lava until it reaches the surface. Okay, so there's where we are in the, as far as the earthquakes. And in the solar system where we are is the black stars along this line, trailing Saturn. This is the path that it's following. Follow my cursor, and then it's going to leave. And I've tracked it through Leo 2000, and it was in Leo 2008 to 2011. It was in Virgo 2011, 2013. Depending on the model you use, one of my models, the front side alignment model, has it still in Virgo, just about here. The back side alignment model has it all the way over here already. So it's going to be 2015 May, and I don't have a gut feeling either way on which model is correct. Don't know yet. But if the near side pattern continues like it did last year, then we're going to see an event, our near side alignment event. Lots of these earthquakes, like you see in the chart here at the top, you're going to see them, except for rather you see how this is going into the middle of May with these big events. You're going to see this back up 2 or 3 weeks to around the 1st of May, from April into May. But not the end of May, not the 20-something of May. It's whenever these near-side alignment events coincide with the crossing date, May the 20th, that we are in danger of a geological pole shift. If you don't know quite what that means, send me a question. If you're not a newsletter subscriber, you can write me at this email address right here. See this contact Terrell. This is not for newsletter subscribers. You guys have a special email address to write me at the Gmail account. If you're not a subscriber, I only check this email account, I'm telling you, once a week, just for the radio shows. If there's time. I don't go here but once a week. But if you're a newsletter subscriber, I go to my Gmail account every day and spend hours there. Because, hey, newsletter subscribers will always, and my contributors, they will always come first. That's the way it works. And let me see here. So that's pretty much where I'm at. The geopolitical environment sees, holy cow, a lot of distraction and diversion. What's going on with this jetliner crash? What's over there in France, in Spain and France and that stuff? Doesn't mean anything. Don't get distracted. Keep your eye on the ball. Doesn't have anything to do with CERN. CERN, they couldn't. I told you what was going to happen with CERN. They're going to keep trying to start up that big machine over there, and they're going to keep burning magnets. They are trying to do something. They need to go back to the drawing board to figure out what the hell they're trying to do over there with CERN. Every time they try to kick it off, they burn a bunch of magnets, or they burn components that service the magnets. They're having a really, really hard time over there. So no, CERN didn't cause that. And you guys now know by now that the guy committed. You can't even say committed suicide, because he's a murderer. He killed a whole bunch of people. So there's looking at my time here. Lots of really good information in this letter to Dr. Morrison. These dust clouds on Mars, this is a great catch that was made by my newsletter subscribers. They got me to looking into this March 12, 2012 event on Mars and the magnetopause reversal. They are connected. Point number 5 here is very good. And it shows look where Mars is, right behind Earth in the orbit diagram. This is where Mars was in 2012, March the 12th. The black star was directly behind us. Magnetopause reversal, the dust storms on Mars started at the same time. I explained to him about solar cycle 24, the flat line, the radio flux values going to 1/3 of values. And they're not going to be able to answer. The scientists, I keep giving them articles that say the scientists don't know why. They are baffled. And these SETI people, look what the sun, see the black spot on the sun? Well, that's what Christ says is going to happen, but all the way. And then there's a new forum here. Before I leave, I want to try to give you a shot at looking at it. This Planet X forum, there's a link in the newsletter. I encourage you guys to join there. This is going to be our meeting place. This is my introduction. You guys, greeting. You guys can go there too. Subscribe to my newsletters at turlo3.com, and I will see you guys on the next update.